against my enemies, yeah. You see, you wanted to save you, and then learn how to raise you. But I forget you're from the wilderness.
Hello everyone, what is up? I am Rab.
I'm Eamon.
It is Fuzz live from the sold out fucking Cromwell's Arena.
MSG.
How you doing, Eamon?
Not too bad, how are you?
Not doing too bad, having a good day, as it were.
Tuesday today after
Paddy's.
our patron saint's holiday yesterday.
Saint Patty's.
We took Saint Patty. We took the day off for Saint Patty.
Did you do anything for St. Patty's?
Nothing. I didn't even have a drink for St. Patty's.
Did you not?
No.
I don't believe that.
I didn't have one drink.
believe
I
it.
was sitting there and I was going, what is even the point of life? No, we didn't go into town.
Yeah.
I went to the gym for St. Patty's Day.
Was it open?
Yeah.
right.
My gym,
Fair
because
enough.
man,
Yeah.
when you need
Muscle
to lift,
beach.
when you need to lift iron, you need to lift iron. I went home then. I wrote notes for this podcast, not this
Very
one,
good,
but the main episode today. Yeah, it was very uneventful. It was more like a Sunday.
Yeah, we were the same. No, it didn't bother me arse doing anything.
Do you know what's we were going to go down and check out the parade, and obviously my nieces and all will be down there. But in Wexford town, the parade starts at like 10:30.
Yeah, it's too early.
In every other place, Enniscorthy, Gorey,
Sure, I'm glad
Arklow,
at 10:30.
it's all like
On
3 p.m, like 12, 2,
Yeah.
10:30.
It's too early.
We just
They need to
assumed it was
change.
starting at noon. And sure, again, the time you wake up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nor the park. And anyway, the parade's a lot of wank. So let's be honest about it.
Yeah. I tell you what I did do over the last couple of days, though.
that?
There is a Brazilian restaurant in Enniscorthy.
So I hear, yeah.
And I was told to go down. I drove my present wife, who is a Brazilian native.
Yeah. How was that?
I drove her down. It was very nice. It was very good, actually,
Was
to be
it?
fair. Yeah. We had some sushi. Nice sushi.
Of course, the Brazilians are well known for their
Some
sushi.
I'm going to bring my dad down for a bit of picanha. He'd love that.
Well, they're known for that, all right.
Yeah. The Brazilians are long because Japan
Yeah,
town.
true, but like,
Japan. It has
you know
the
what I mean.
biggest number of expats from Japan in the world.
Yeah, but
Brazil.
I don't think of sushi when I think of Brazil. I think of Japan.
That's true. You should. Yeah, that's true. Brazil, the most amount of Irish stew outside of Ireland.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, Brazilian cuisine is interesting. I like it. It's very it's not fussy.
Yeah, and they take.
I can't be raving about it.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
But it's solid.
It's solid. It's like they take existing foods, and they steroidify them.
Yeah.
So like if
The
you ever
beef
see a
and all
Brazilian pizza, it's like what the like it's like they just put a load of extra gack on it, and it's giant.
It's like a Mega Drive game.
They're putting on 32X games, and all like the boys are going mad. They just got the Saturn last week, and they're as excited.
Yeah, SNES shaped pizzas and all.
SNES shaped pizzas, yeah,
Class, man.
big blocks of marshmallow in the shape of a Game Boy. It's unreal.
Class. Hope everyone's having a good day. We've got a lot for you today. We've got some ghost stories, which we always love, and also a Bigfoot sighting, which we always love. But before we get into it, I'd like to remind everyone, if you are on Apple Podcasts, leave a review. That'd be great. And if you want to do a little bit more, head on over to Patreon. It helps us to develop this very average podcast, but you will get access to our Discord from that support. You will get exclusive episodes, you will get ad-free episodes, and all that jazz. Head on over, check it out.
If you like vanilla, you'll love Monster Fuzz podcast.
Eamon, if they have any cryptid encounters or spooky experiences and would like them featured on this mini fuzz, where do
have you
them?
ever shat yourself out of fear? If you have, write us a story and tell us all about it. monsterfuzzpodcast@gmail.com. We will read them out on a mini fuzz, and it would be exciting.
Big shouts out to our new patrons, Mr. Miyagi and the H-Town Bubblegut Boys.
Bubblegut is what you get when like you work out too hard and you take steroids, and you get like a beer belly.
Yeah,
but it's just
HGH,
muscle.
yeah, you get that HGH, that
right.
Joe Rogan kind of fucking.
Oh, when he looked like
Krang
a
belly.
chimpanzee. Where he's, tattoos.
Yeah, you get that kind of weird.
I wonder how Joe feels now with the state of the world. He goes, I had a large part to play in all of this.
Oh, he probably loves it, sure.
Do you think so?
Oh, I say so. We're not getting into politics straight away.
No, I'm just asking how you think Joe feels in general.
Maybe we should just do a podcast. How does Joe feel?
I'm going to do
There is a Joe Rogan pod now.
The experience of the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. They discuss episodes of
No,
the Joe Rogan.
there's that one, but there's another one where they're basically like basically, so any of the guests that come on and claim stuff, they're sort of stating.
They fact check it.
Yeah.
Ah, very good.
So I can't remember the name of it though. But it is something similar to that, like experience
fond
of the
farewell,
experience or
perhaps.
something like that. Like,
Yeah. Like,
but it's worth. Yeah, I think people are.
can you imagine listening to the Joe Rogan Experience for like 10 hours a week,
and then
listening
to a podcast
to
that
lads
debunks
talk
it.
about it for another 5 hours,
I know, what a time to be
and then
alive.
having to go to work and all in between. That sounds shite.
What a time to be alive.
do you know, like, I listened to a little bit of the Bill Murray thing with Joe because I was just curious.
Same,
yeah, because like
Bill Murray,
Bill Murray, you know. He
goes out with Khalees, by the way. Do you know that?
Who's Khalees?
The fucking My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. Bill Murray goes out with her, or at least did recently.
Really?
Yeah.
I always get her and Macy Gray. I
Well,
try
similar.
to say goodbye and I choke.
Different black woman out.
No, but like, they came out around the same time. I remember the other one. I thought that was Macy. My milkshake brings all
they're
the boys
both
to the yard.
African. Well, they're both black women aiming with curly
Two
hair.
black women. What?
So I understand how you made
What?
a mistake. But no, one is Khalees, who has My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard.
And the other is Macy Gray, who says, I tried to say goodbye and I show.
Totally different.
Khalees. When you said Khalees, what I was thinking was Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. I actually remember now, but I actually did think it was Macy Gray, if I'm being real.
It's like
even though
like,
she sounds nothing like Macy Gray.
That'd be like going like, oh, I always get Bono and Eminem mixed up.
That's really easy to do. Like, do you ever remember Eminem singing about bloody yo Sunday, bloody Sunday?
Yeah, but no, he went out with Khalees, or does, which I believe, Top Shagger, Bill Murray.
He must be. I mean, these old boys.
Just charming out the door, man.
Well, this is it.
Charming. I'd say Bill Murray now would charm you.
Yeah, I'm going to let this 84-year-old jizz up in me because he's charming.
Charming man.
He's very charming. Is that some sort of dangerous hypnotism?
Lost in translation, he pulls Carly Johansson, you know.
He does, yeah. And then the person has him to lip her stocking, but that's more trying to stitch him up. Which is actually what you'd have to do to the stockings after you lip them. I will say this. I didn't think he was going out with Khaleesi or Khalees or what. Kellis. I always said Kellis.
Yeah, you would have, yeah. No, it's Khalees. No, he did, yeah. It's quite a bizarre factoid of information there.
Waiting.
Most people can't understand it.
I know that we're off to a bad start. I just have to
it's
find
your
out.
fault, but
I want to see if they're still together.
Yeah, you know you're on black one. Looks like other black women, you know.
Michelle Obama.
Looks like
Khalees, it doesn't come up when you just...
There then.
No, I'm just saying you'd think...
They were there.
Oh, wow.
See, I told you.
6th of March, 2025.
Well, now anyway, look. Ghosts. Here's the ghost story. Eamon's going to read about Khalees and...
you read the ghost story there.
My friend claims
through my own
she could see ghosts.
Here.
I never believed her until now, says the Reddit user, Narrow Designer, of course. She's my longest and oldest friend since the 5th grade. Yeah, they're there. And has always claimed she is a psychic medium who can see and talk to ghosts. Everywhere she went, she said she could see them. Sometimes they're just shadows. Sometimes just a presence. Sometimes a full-blown apparition. The one I remember most was a ghost named Jim or something, who was an old man who she would see in her closet, not malevolent or anything. To me, that was creepy as hell, but she always seemed unfazed. As a kid, I believed it, but then grew out of it and assumed she did too. I moved states and didn't see each other for a couple of years until I went to visit for the summer and we reunited. Real quick, actually had a bit of a spooky Weetabix experience myself.
Oh, wow.
Well, I actually had two this week. One was I woke up in the middle of the night to go for a piss, #sleep apnea problems, and went out and I looked down the stairs. I was up on the landing, looked down the stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs I could see what looked like a silhouette of someone, and it looked like a silhouette of like a young girl, like The Ring or some fucking spooky shit. And it actually, when I looked down, gave me the fucking willies, but I turned the light on and it was just like, it was just the shit at the bottom of the stairs that kind of, my brain was tricking me. And then the other one was last night, woke up to the dog going fucking nuts. I don't know if any of our listeners have ever experienced this, but when the fire alarm goes onto that low battery beep every so often.
Oh, so she could hear it in
fucking cracks. Jesus. It's the second time it's happened, but the first time I think was during the day. She fucking cracks. I've never seen her crack.
Is it the pitch?
Yeah.
That's just like,
she cracks.
like a stab in the ear.
She was trying to because the dog usually kind of stays we have an open plan bottom floor, and it usually stays in and around the sitting room and kitchen, but she was trying to like get out into the hall to like get and find out where the noise was. She was cracking up like, but that was 3 a.m, so I had to deal with that.
Yeah, that's not fun.
3 a.m, had to fucking sit down with her for 15 minutes.
What would you have rather dealt with, like an actual ghoulish woman at the bottom of the
Probably
stairs?
a ghoulish woman.
Probably a better bet. She would have been like, maybe that was the warning. She's like, there's a fire hazard over here.
Maybe that could have been it. That could have been the ghost of...
I bought... I did some gardening because the weather was nice this weekend. And I cleared back all my little bamboos and all. I created my walkway, and I put in a statue or an effigy, if you will, of a meditating frog. Oh, good. Later that night, forgetting I had bought this bronze frog, I went out for a cigarette and quickly pissed myself when the moonlight caught it at a certain hour. I was like, what the fuck? That's because, as you know, I'm afraid of Dog Man being in my house, and now I'm afraid of Frog Man being in my house. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Loveland Frogman, yeah, there we go. A lonely Loveland Frogman. There really is a cryptid for everything, isn't there, when you think about it? There's a cryptid for every sort of, every emotion, Frogman. Isn't there? Yeah. Like, Kellis is 45. Yeah. Well, look, she's... Fair play. They're happy together. She went out with Naz for a long time. Nasty Naz. So, I mean... That's pretty good. Yeah. Naz, he was the... But sure, Bill Murray, like, to be fair, like, if there was anyone that's probably, like... At his age now, attractive man back in the day and all, he had a way about him, like. Yeah. But at his age now, he's probably a great example of like just the personality is just boom. It's gonna very nice to be around him. I say as well, he's very low maintenance sexually. Yeah. He's an older man. He's probably like I'm not really bothered anymore. I don't know, man. Like weird. Like I'm 40. You're sort of mid 25. Yeah, yeah, that's it. You're looking ropey, son. But like you know yourself, the drive diminishes the like. It's not like it was. No. Now, if you're twice my age, they're thereabouts. I don't know. I'd say he's like, you know what I'm saying. She's got moxie. She's got milkshake. See, no, she I don't know, the milk. The milk's gone. No, there's a lot of milk. Yeah. The chest, and it's very big. When I was looking at the later pictures, now I think it's gone all around, but like you know, it certainly has adapted to the chest area as well. So you're a bit weird. I've had a fucking interesting week, man. I'll be honest with you. I give up the alcohol and like I can't subdue myself anymore. You know, peculiar energy. If you heard that a former pop starlet was going out with an old. You know when you're beside like some lads sits beside you on the bus and they've got a weird energy and you're like, do I have to get off at the next stop? I feel kind of like that today. I feel kind of giddy. Yeah, but also sullen. And broody at the same time. Very interesting. I'm ready to both fight and flee, and I'm not sure which one. So let's get back to the ghosts. We were sitting in the living room, Eamon, watching TV and catching up when I popped the question jokingly, any ghosts around now? She said there were a couple, but the one that caught her attention was an old lady outside my mom's bedroom. Yeah, right. I'm going in my head. I'm a firm believer in science, psychology and logic. Yes. Of course, I'm on Reddit getting these stories. Pythagoras. I also believe that the human brain is powerful and loves to play tricks on us as projections of our own fears. I've always taken people's experiences with a respectful nod and a grain of salt. What's that name of that asshole that has that fucking Skeptoid podcast? Brian West Dunning as well. Brian Dunning, yeah. Bitch. Yeah. Fuck off, Brian West. Yeah. Brian Dunning. Brian West, that's mesh. Fuck off, bitches. I humour her. I ask her details. She says she's some older woman from Texas. She might be related to my mom and she's a Native American. I realised that this brief description fit my dead nana, but that's probably a coincidence. We're in Texas. Haha. Everyone has a dead grandma and she knows my mom is part Native. Okay. I ask her specific questions and she gets them all correct.
the name of her husband, how long I knew her before she died, the gift she gave me as a baby, which of her children are dead and alive. My final straw was when I pointed to a portrait on the wall with her kids and asked her which of those girls was a party goer and who always got in trouble. She got it right. That was the one with Jack Daniels
she
in
got
her hand.
the name of all the babies. Yeah. She gets all loads of stuff, and then she's like, but point on the wall with a more easy chance of Anyway, look, she's a skeptical woman.
She's Brian Dunning.
Skeptical woman.
At this point,
John West? No,
Mick.
That's the Mick West. It is. Yeah, John West is the salmon man.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy mistake to make.
It actually is an easy mistake to make. John and Mick. Which one's John and which one's Mick?
At this point, I'm properly spooked, but I'm still in denial, Eamon. I've known her for a while. Is there no chance she stumbled across an old picture album, overheard a conversation with my mom and I about her? Hell, what if I told her myself, rather, we've known each other for 8 years. There's no chance I've forgotten some conversations from then? ? She tells me there's another ghost who is a man who wants to communicate.
I want to talk to.
I want to know what happened to the plants they sent you.
Show me your tits.
I ask him a variety of questions, pushing aside my slight unease as I'm thoroughly entertained by this whole ordeal. Either she's lying and really committed, and I want to see how far I can push her, or she's telling the truth, and we're actually talking to a ghost. I'm asking questions like, how old was he when he died? When did he die? What did he do when he was alive? I even jokingly asked what his type was and if he was single.
What's your type and are you single?
We stopped talking for a bit and are messing around on our phones in silence, looking down and not in each other's peripheral vision. I suddenly get this inexplicable chill on the right side of my neck, which I ignore, chalking it up to some kind of breeze or mental thing, as my Reddit intuition tells me. It was so minuscule and obsolete to me, I had no reaction or even looked up from my phone. I will say it felt different than the usual chill. It was almost concentrated, like something icy pressed against me. Then she looks up at me and verbatim says, I just got an image in my mind of him touching your neck. She mimics the motion. It's in the same side and spot right beneath my jaw. My heart sank to my asshole.
Oh, wow. Is that scientific? I'd be skeptical of that happening.
Yeah, and this is actually in this, by the way.
I shot out my left and right aorta.
The sheer coincidence of the placement, the action, the previous shit before this, I genuinely was so freaked out. And while it's not as major or scary as other people's stories, it's enough for me to question my beliefs. I still am kind of a skeptic. I chalk most things up to figments of our imagination, but I take people's stories more seriously now. A lot of people who fake being mediums and psychics usually do it for attention or money, but my friend gets nothing from it. In fact, she has a very much annoyed, just ignore it attitude. This is what makes me think she might not be lying. She doesn't want anything from it and doesn't actually talk about it a lot.
She wants the attention.
Oh, she's not trying to creep anyone out at the campfire. She's not trying to get internet fame or scam people by buying into palm readings. It's just something she lives with. And goddamn, what a shitty thing to live with. If she actually does. What do you reckon about that, Eamon?
Yeah, she's psychic.
Psychic or can just see ghosts? What do you think?
Is it one and the same? Is clairvoyant? Clairvoyant is chat to him. Psychic is pick out the energies.
I thought that was more for like, yeah, I suppose.
I think there probably are people that are tapped in some way to some sort of an energy. I think most of us at some point have met someone who was a very like chilled out, nonchalant psychic in some way or another, and they don't make a big deal out of it, and they're just like, yeah. Like I worked with someone in a hotel who could palm read, and she explained to me what she would see when she looked at different people's palms and stuff, and how would she decipher it. And I've met a couple of people in my time that weren't trying to capitalize on it. Now they could be full of shit, but some of them seemed quite legit, you know.
Do you reckon people that can read your palm can read your Mickey?
Yeah, I think if they like get it hard, you can count the loops. You can measure the stretch mark, and you can see the way it's like the tapestry of New Ross.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You know, figuring out all the calluses and
I think
on it.
that's like there probably are sex offenders out there who've used that exact strategy to touch lads' junk.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely.
That they can read your Mickey.
What's that one? Holy hell!
Reads your Mickey.
Yeah, and you're just like, yeah, let me just. I just need to cleanse the aura, the healing
Feels
aura.
like a Mars bar.
Yes, now I'm gonna put it into the sanctity of my mouth. Like, but at least you're getting your Mickey fiddled with.
Sure, yeah.
For that's it. Like, you're getting something out of it, I suppose. Yeah. If you were to read a Mickey, because you like
there's probably lines and all stress lines.
Well, I think there's a few stress lines. There's a few miles on my Mickey. Yeah. But I'd say like you'd look at the outside and it'd be like
carbuncles.
Carbuncles, yeah. There's fucking what are those yolks? Barnacles that you have on the bottom side of tankers. But yeah, you'd have to like check the outside, but then you have to say, okay, now we're rolling back the sacred scroll, and then you'd look like at the actual like the
Bayou tapestry,
the purple-headed yogurt slinger, and you'd be like, oh, what's going on here? Just check this on my face. The sanctity of my face.
Someone out there does that, you know.
Definitely, 100%.
But funnily enough, right, I do realize sometimes as we do this podcast that we probably have less paranormal experiences than a lot of the average Joes do. That are not talking. That are not talking about this day in day or week in week out.
Sorry, our ratio to personal weird experiences is like way down. Yeah, we're just two headballs going around the place acting the maggot.
No,
we both have a few little weird spooky encounters.
Like even so,
like we have the shadow people.
Yeah, but that's about it. Like.
Yeah, but they're kind of spooky.
It is, but like I was saying to you before, I was guesting on Let's Get Chatting podcast. Shouts out to the boys.
Let's Get Chatting.
I think I'm on it in like 2 weeks. I'll post it on all our socials when it's up anyway, but it's actually one of our listeners, Joshua James's podcast. Shouts out to him.
JJ.
Yeah. And so I was talking to the lads on there, like, and they had like ghost stories too, like, and I'm like, Jez, the boys almost have more ghost stories than I do. But another thing that I thought was really weird, and I think I talked about it on air, but like, and I haven't talked about it here actually, is how like most old ass houses in like Britain, like those kind of old fucking Wuthering Heights ass houses, they have haunted shit in them. Like, so I'll give you an example. My brother and all of his, like, I don't know what you call them, like a team. My brother works for Polaris. It's like a BJJ grappling televised company, whatever. They're like the UFC for BJJ basically, and they when they're doing events or anything like that, they would stay in a venue like together, you know. And so for this one, they did a while back. They stayed in like some kind of country Wuthering Heights ass house, like, and you know, none of them lads, they're all BJJ lads, like, so you're talking about all brown belts, black belts.
They bring the ghost down and ground and pound.
Yeah, like none of them are super into like the paranormal or anything. Like, it's not really on their radar. And they all stay in this gaff. And my brother messages me after like 2 days or days, like, yeah, we all think that this place is haunted. Like, we've all had weird experiences. And so he tells me, like, he was like, one of the lads has seen or keeps hearing this little girl or something like that. I can't remember what he said, but he was like, keeps hearing this like laugh and crying, whatever, little girl, spooky little girl shit, right? And so I was like, what's the address? Like, give me the name of the house. Like, so I looked up the house and there's like all this shit about some like little girl and
really,
oh yeah,
wow.
And so
yeah, it's cool.
Like, just even that, I was like, it's so weird how like, and it was like 2 or 3 of them had all had different experiences. Only one of them, I think, had like the little girl thing, and like 2 of the others had different things with doors and windows and stuff, and really cold rooms and stuff.
It is kind of wild to be like, you know, a really fit, strong martial artist and to still be freaked out about ghosts.
But it's even the boys on the podcast were telling me, like, they go and do jobs. They install like that like they do like internet kind of stuff. I think
cabling and stuff like that.
Yeah, that kind of jazz. And they were saying like that they've turned up to jobs and like they've experienced stuff where they're like, oh, like it wasn't like
something weird going on.
Paranormal wasn't even on my radar really, and I experienced something on the job and talked to someone, and
yeah,
you know, they're
I
like,
think,
oh, yeah,
I think
something's happening
that
here.
I think it's a lot more prevalent,
which is
than
nice.
people think, yeah.
Which is nice to be able to go out and talk to lads. That's why it was nice guesting with the boys. Is like I was able to actually talk to people, and they were telling me their stories, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like it's rare enough that we actually talk directly to people.
Yeah.
We get write-ins, of course.
Yeah,
I
I think as well, like you generally, you know, your circle of friends.
Yeah.
They've probably all told you their spooky stories loads of times to a point where you don't even think about it anymore. And then it's even if you do meet someone new, generally speaking, you're not just going to be like,
tell me your scary story.
Did you ever see a ghost? Like it, you know, it takes a while. To your point, that's like you're saying I have strange train energy today.
Yeah.
Like if I do the fellow who sat beside you, even though the rest of the train is like fully clear, and I just be like, did you ever see a ghost? You know, like the start of a horror movie.
We'll talk about SREs.
Yeah, I would. I'd say, man, if you get to sit beside me on a train, you fucking won the lotto. I have so much trivia in my brain.
Yeah, 2 years ago, our listeners were out on Paddy's Day with you.
That's right, yeah. We were out more than, that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago, was it?
3 years ago?
No,
2 years
two.
ago, because I was married at the time.
Yeah, you're not now.
No, and I'm not now. No, I was married, and I said, no, it's not for me, thanks. Still married. No, still married. I always get confused because I can't remember if our podcast was before I got married or after I got married. So I probably shouldn't have done all that shit when on that night we went out. No, I'm joking. I was with Paula all night, lads. Everyone calm down.
Bums calm.
Yeah. No. Wait, what? No, I definitely didn't do that.
No, you were out with the listeners. You were having.
Yeah, we went out, and there was a lad who got into a fight in Fade Street behind us, and Cam videotaped it, and we were all going chortle, but Ireland is dangerous. Just watch your back.
Watch yourself.
And Rossi and Elsa were there, and the Brazilians were there, and it's a lovely Paddy's Day.
Are the Brazilians too happy for Ireland? It's a question I want to ask you.
There's a serious vitamin D issue here in Ireland.
Across my mind today, I was walking through Tesco's very sullen, kind of annoyed by everyone, as I usually am.
Yeah.
And there was a Brazilian couple walking down, and they were just so happy, the two of them. As a couple, even. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, like actually happy where they're like,
so what you have to remember
what
is they're emigrating to Ireland.
Yeah.
Right?
What's that about?
Exactly.
What is that about?
How bad is it where they're coming from? No, Brazil, I think generally speaking,
but they're so happy.
Brazilian people are like, they're just, for the most part, the ones I've met are very warm, very nice, happy people. They're like the way we used to be in Ireland before.
Were we ever happy?
We used to put on the pretense at the very least, you know? Yeah. I think now we're just fed up of everything. Now we're just looking around the place.
They were that happy that I asked the question to myself. It's like,
you asked them to leave.
Did you
just shout Ireland is full of them and buy whatever you're
Ireland is full. Fuck off. I know they're like, you
generally
know,
speaking,
but they're radiant. Like it's like a radiance. Like they exude a positive energy.
Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah.
All right. Marry one for 2 years and see how fucking happy and exuberant they are the whole time. We'll fucking meet you back here in 2026. See how things are going. Yeah,
they were really happy, man. I'm telling you. Maybe your solid energy is
I'm probably bringing that poor woman down. Yeah. No, I will say, generally speaking,
they need to be doing samba dancing and toe taps and all.
Samba dancing and toe taps. They all do their stereotype class as well. Yeah, just to make sure.
Play Sonic.
Generally speaking, I find that
moped then
they're more.
Haven't robbed someone.
No, those lads usually stay in Brazil. Generally speaking, they're a lot more in touch with their emotions, which I think means when they're happy, they can actually visualize and project.
Black
being
lads
happy.
are like that as well.
Just all black lads. Black lads, doesn't matter where they're from, what the culture is, just all black lads are like that. Every black lad. There's black lads everywhere, like even back in the slavery days in the USA, sure they wore their emotions on their sleeve, lads.
This is true.
Maybe it is.
It's true. I'm telling you.
I think there's something about us. We're a colonized people, and I feel like we keep ourselves guarded.
We do
all the time.
Keep it secret.
No,
keep it safe.
do you know Brazil is a colonized country as well?
Don't tell them nothing.
Don't tell them nothing.
Don't tell them nothing.
No, I think my experience, they're more in touch with their emotions, and they're more like. Yeah, the Brazilians and black lads, but no one else, just those two groups. And black lads who are Brazilian.
I'd love to be like, and I'm saying that from a position of like in awe. I'm in awe of the
authenticity of the expression of their emotions. Yeah, they're very and they're
really like laughy and all. You know what I mean? Like I have to like watch something like really ridiculous to get a laugh. Like I have to show lads videos of Bud Dwyer shooting himself in the head to get a laugh. To get truly.
That's like the first step to becoming a serial killer. I have to show people uncomfortable like deaths for me to get a giggle.
To actually, you know what I mean? But like lads like that, sure they watch like fucking. You know, like some
that's it.
Meme
the
on Instagram like, or something. They're cracking.
We're watching the Bud Dwyery.
You're a bit more outwardly happy, though. I would say a little bit than me. You could.
No, I think
laugh
you're
at
more.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
like I hears you laughing and all.
Yeah, but the two of us laugh together. Like, look, we've just been laughing like moron. Like people generally don't laugh this much.
No.
Now the other part is like I drink a fair bit.
Yeah.
And that helps you. That helps you get in touch with yourself. You know,
that's true.
When you're 4 or 5 whiskeys deep. Yeah. You can only feel anger or joy, and I choose joy.
All I know is that if I was hanging around 4 or 5 black lads, I'd be laughing way more.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
They're not as funny though. You know what I mean? Like we're,
but they don't have to be. Though.
You'll enjoy the jokes I tell way more. But
true.
The black lads.
If I go to 4 or 5 black lads and go,
no, I'm talking about like I agree with you with this black lads thing. I don't because I can neither confirm or deny. I don't. If
I sit down with 4 or 5 black lads and go, lads, check out this video of Bud Dwyer, they're not going to be into it. Like
no, they won't like that.
And so I don't get nothing out of that either.
Yeah, because in that case.
Yeah.
You know, in one case, what you're doing is you're showing the man the video of Bud Dwyer popping himself in the head, and you're absorbing his unease, which gives you joy, like an Archon reptilian shapeshifter kind of thing. But like, so with the black lads, what do you think?
They're just happy though at everything.
They're just happy though at everything.
That's great.
Just happy.
That's great.
Just happy for the breath in the air. Happy to just suck oxygen out of the sky.
Sometimes I watch, like, you'll see clips of podcasts and all black lads on it, and they're all laughing all the time. And I'm like, Jez, I wish that we could laugh all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Do. Like,
we do laugh
a good bit in this podcast. We want to laugh more in this podcast, like black lads. So
imagine how much me and you would laugh if we were black lads. We laugh a lot now.
Actually, we'd have
Would you imagine how much we'd laugh?
We'd be unstoppable if we were black. If we carried on exactly the way we carried on right now,
check yourself before you wreck yourself,
man. I'd say,
brother.
You know, like we'd look fucking weird as fuck.
You would look cool. You would look like something out of like fucking.
I look when you create a character
Fortnite skin. Yeah, I was going to say you look like a fucking Fortnite skin or something. Do you know?
With the red hair.
One of them mad inclusive ones and all they'd be giving you all.
No, I'd be fucking nipple rings. I'd be they them and fucking like they them and fucking. I'd be like all over the shop, man. Titties, Mickeys.
Fortnite.
There are no chicks with dicks, only dudes with tits. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, you'd be class, man.
No, I think and like. Yeah, I would. The red hair, and I'd probably lighten it up. I'd probably put a bit of fucking lemon juice and shit, and just lighten the hair up a little bit more. Right. Just lighten it up, bit of bleachy kind of colors going on there. Put in a bit of sun in.
Oh yeah.
You know, the only problem that I'd have, I think, if I were a black man, is like I don't have the arse for it.
No.
Or the Mickey. To be fair, if we're gonna be real with each other, I think I can be black from the waist up, kind of a job. You know.
I don't know. I've got a good arse on me. Like, a gentleman never tells about his Mickey. You know?
A gentleman never tells. Nah, man.
You know what I mean?
If I had big Mickey, there'd be fucking. I don't think I'd keep it to myself.
Nah.
Like look. My Mickey is grand. My Mickey is the Mars bar of the Mickey world. It's a very just straight down the middle. It does what it says it's going to do. It's very easy going. It's an easy going Mickey.
What you'd expect, maybe not what you'd have hoped.
Well, the Nicky itself
grand.
is what it is.
Yeah.
No, the fella behind it, he knows he's able to do.
It's like when you
tricks and all.
don't study for an exam and you get a C. You go,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
That's grand. I heard
You
that.
know?
I heard that a lot of guys with like, you know, big Gorgon type Mickeys are like. I heard they can be very lazy in bed. They say,
yeah.
bitches be coming from this.
They're just fired
You know?
in there. Like,
Well, they've
all for the best.
they're like, but sure, this is big. Like, what's the problem? You know, and they
Be too
don't.
big too, you know. You fly too close to the sun.
Well, this is it.
And that's, you know, no one wants that. Like,
You know, it's not just about having talent, it's about having dedication to the craft.
you got to have the hips, you know. Shakira taught us that.
Yeah, you need to know how to drive your arse. So anyway,
Now we're wondering about this. There's another ghost story and from Real Crate.
Real Crate.
Yeah, do you want to tell us about that?
My property is severely haunted, said Real Crate.
That's true.
In 1995. Do you know what happened in 1995?
I was 7.
That is what happened.
that's
You turned
important.
7.
And what about you?
Pretty cool. I was about 43 or something.
Yeah, you were. True.
No, in 1995, there was something about 1995 that I was looking at a documentary from the other day.
Yeah.
1995 was an important... no, it's gone.
There's
Some movie that came out, but it wasn't The Matrix.
Michael Collins.
Michael Jackson. In 1995, I saw Kyle Dunnigan do a fake call as Michael Jackson the other day.
Interesting walk gone mad. The Simpsons deleted the Michael Jackson episode from all traces of history in reality.
I think there was new allegations that came out about him. New old
I've heard, right?
allegations.
So I'm going to be controversial here and say...
Wow. Should we just forget about the rest of these stories? No, like, I not be even funny. I think we're having chats today and like, yeah, your Real Crate's house is haunted. I want to talk about Michael Jackson.
All right, okay, right, we'll do that. So what I've heard now, and this is interesting. This is true though. This is food for thought. Because we've talked about it over the course of this podcast. We've had episodes where we've literally talked about those documentaries as they've come out about MJ.
Yeah.
But I seen comments online, and it's true. It's like he was investigated by the FBI for 12 years. Like, do you not think if they had anything fucking solid, he would have been gone? Like, do you know what I mean? Like really, like. So a lot of people are saying stitch up job, man.
But why stitch him up?
Money, Simone.
Oh no, the children. Yes.
But that's what I'm saying is like if the FBI couldn't get him,
Here's the thing, right?
the police couldn't get him.
Yeah. No,
And
I
the
get
only
you, I
people
get you, I
after
get you.
him are the people that are saying like he touched me, right?
Yeah, and now they're
So
suing
then you're
the
kinda-
estate as well. Yeah. No, that's fair. And what you'd say is obviously we're not attracted to children.
No.
That would be horrible.
Yeah.
But if you were attracted to little boys, you would imagine that Macaulay Culkin would be like
Yeah, and he's
one of
grand.
the top tier
He's grand.
little boys. And he said, sure, Michael didn't do nothing to me.
He's delighted with himself.
Now, your man Kyle Dunnigan, he rang a school as part of a prank phone call, and he did the Michael Jackson accent, and he uses the phone to put like the face on, and he was just like, he rings a national school, and he just goes, "Hey, I'm just wondering how many children you have," but it says like it comes up in like the subtitles come, and he calls them children. Wondering how many children you have in the school, and then he goes, "What?" He goes, "Do you have more little girls or little boys?"
Yeah, he better leave MJ alone. Free MJ.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Obviously, I wouldn't
just do
even
think-
be cool with the stuff that he did say he did.
I'm starting to say it all that
I didn't abuse those kids. I just gave them wine and we slept in the bed together.
I think any nonce, if they were investigated for 12 years by the FBI, they would have had him. And from what we know about the stuff that's been found in his gaff and all, it was quite weird, extremely weird. But what I feel like is he was an extremely weird dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was probably extremely weird and there's a good opportunity here to get some money out of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
possibly. I wouldn't say anything one way or the other.
I don't know. I actually haven't watched it.
I wouldn't be dying on this hill if I was you. To be honest, free the dead man. I think that
now, bitches.
I would suspect that. Let's say he did do anything. I think he was
Martin.
That's ignorant, Martin. Look at me on my scooter. I think that he was probably so stunted that like he wouldn't have understood.
Joe
the
Jackson
gravity
was
of
a
what he was
fucking
doing.
monster and like completely fucking melted that lad's brain, regardless of what happened. Which brings in sort of more when you see the generational fucked upness of the whole thing, then you're like, Jesus, like you can see the
Is
funny.
Michael Jackson a better parent than Joe Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
You would have to argue, yes.
Blanket. Come on, blanket. Baby blanket.
Blanket.
Baby
Who's
blanket.
his daughter? What's the daughter's name now?
Paris.
She's like 20 or something now.
Yeah, probably older, I'd say.
Yeah.
They're
So,
all
like,
getting on. Sure,
it's
we're
all
old.
bizarre.
Like, we're old. We're getting really old. Like, we're actually getting proper old.
We're like halfway
I feel
through.
old now. Like, when I'm walking around and all, I'm like, I'm just a big old bastard now. I start to feel like that. Like, I'm like, ugh.
I think we're at the last chance salon, like having fun.
Saloon now or salon? Because we were getting a perm in the salon, like.
Last chance salon. Yeah. Is it saloon or salon? I can't remember what the actual thing was. Right?
Last chance salon.
Last chance saloon. Last chance salon. We're getting there too as we get older. The hair starts thinning out, you know.
That works too.
That works too for the metaphor.
Yeah, that does work. The last chance salon.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's just there's something about the gravity of the responsibility now, and people always had it.
I would never feel that now.
I have the responsibility is bugging me. Every now and then you're just like, why do I have to keep paying for all these things?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It's a very normal thing that we all have to do.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's a constant like just fucking drip of stress that's at you. And then I don't sometimes I look at people with kids, I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this? But I think you just stop caring about yourself when you have kids. You're just like, I have to keep this cunt alive and I'm just gonna do whatever, like, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
fucked
whole
up,
thing.
like, yeah.
It's fucked up.
Like, what do you have
as
to do?
soon as you give fucking birth to a bastard and little cunt,
It's all about them now.
yeah, they don't give a fuck,
And that's good.
and we know well because we
were
are them.
Yeah.
And so, like, to us, like, it's like, oh yeah, before us, who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then
What
you
were
get
stupid
old,
as?
you're like-
Your dad was out following Mao and fucking, he was out building.
My dad thought he was a right fella.
Your dad was out with the black lads in Africa.
My dad thought he was a right fella.
He had the right idea.
He was going out like, let me bring my white savior communism complex to your country and teach you all English.
all black
Boys
lads.
were having right
It's
crack out there.
Eamon.
He did have fun times out there, to be
Eamon.
fair.
It's Philip.
Philip was his name. Yeah, I don't know, man. But that's it. Like, and I think when he became a father, and I'd imagine this is very similar to your experience, them lads weren't ready to be parents till we were teenagers.
Yeah.
Like, they were parents and they legally had to keep
Oh,
us
it's
alive.
frightening.
But like,
I still think I look back now and I'm like, if my stupid ass, and I had a couple of scares when I was a kid and all, my stupid
If you
ass
got a kid,
had
yeah.
a kid when I was 20, 19, forget it. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I think
I
it'd be
don't
fucked.
even know what I'd be doing. I'd be probably like shooting up fucking heroin now or something. Probably would, like.
Yeah.
Maybe on Oxycontins or something. Pissing and shitting myself on the town somewhere.
Yeah.
I probably would, like.
Your
I
kid's
probably
just
would.
trying to ignore you walking by you.
Yeah, I don't
it's so
even know,
embarrassing.
like,
Your kid would be like
actually
15. Kid would be like, is your dad pissing and shitting himself all the time after snorting a load of oxy? Like, I don't know him.
Yeah, I might have like a 15-year-old, like. Isn't that mad?
That
16-year-old.
sucks. I'd have a 20-year-old.
Couldn't be doing it.
If I was 15, 20-year-old. Imagine having a 20-year-old who's more intelligent, more educated, wiser, more empathetic, and an all-round better person than you. That's what my dad has to look at every day.
Your kid would be going, Dad, give me some money for I need V-Bucks.
Yeah. No, yeah, V-Bucks.
I want to get the new Spider-Man skin.
Dad, I need to get the chip to put it into my head so I can see the fucking
V-Bucks. Get fucked, son, you little bastard.
like you be getting real books.
It's Degeneration X time. I got a fucking DDT into
That's the problem, though.
table now, you fucker.
We're so infantilized
Yeah.
that I don't think the next generation are going to be as tied to childish things.
No,
as
they're
we
not.
are.
No. Because they're going to go to war. So
Well, that's true. Actually, they're going to
the
war.
thing that
We
they're
might
going to be
going
tied
war.
to is an AK-47.
We don't have long,
Nah,
because
we're-
not until we're 60.
I'd be smashing my knees.
Let me say, I can be going on the.
I can't be
Lexies.
bothered. I'm not
I can
fighting for
go
any
back
cunts.
on Lexi's and just be like, sure, I'm all fucking
I'm
mental
not
now.
fighting for no bollocks.
I will.
Someone invades here, I'll fight. Otherwise, I'm not fighting no
I don't
one.
think anyone's invading here.
I'll stay in the
We're
fort.
already invading here, man. The immigration's out of control. Ireland is full.
Nah,
I say that joking,
Yeah,
obviously,
it is out
because
of
a
control.
call back to the Irish. No, stop. Jesus Christ. Michael Jackson is innocent to Ireland as well. This is not the podcast. This is not what we want.
So I heard, man, I was invited to the White House next week.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
getting ready.
Did you see him walking away?
For
He's
his
like, blah, 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 fucking give him a job, and blah, blah, blah. And then the man goes, well, what do you have have to say about the civil case or sketches again?
Yeah. No,
it's fucking ridiculous. The whole world.
All I'm gonna say, right?
They'll say the whole world can suck my dick.
All I'm gonna say is, right, put it this way: if Logan Paul turned up in the Dáil rhymes, if Logan Paul was invited to the Dáil to talk about anything by our government, I'd go up to the Dáil strapped with firelighters and immolate myself.
I'd argue you'd be like the Tibetan monk
I would.
in the fire.
So it's a circus, by the way.
No, I'll tell you, it's a
clown
complete
show.
circus. You're absolutely right.
Go down to the clown show.
Logan Paul coming to our country to talk about
That's what it'd be about.
our government. No. That's a better look than Conor McGregor going to my... Did you hear the entire 3 arena boo him because he was at a Limp Bizkit concert?
Yeah.
And Fred Durst is like, I didn't think that'd happen. Oh no.
Just imagine, like, if you're like, we've got loads of American listeners. Imagine representing you guys on the international stage in our parliamentary house.
It was Logan Paul.
It was like Logan Paul or Jake Paul.
But both of those guys are way better than him. Like he just lost a civil case. But then again, when your president is going around doing slippery Mickey, like the whole thing is fucked. Like
circus.
The whole thing is a complete joke, and you're better off staying in bed.
Yeah, just stay in bed.
It's like imagine the gall it would take to say, we're putting loads of tariffs on you unless you let us annex your country. And then going, am I being serious? I don't even know. I run the whole thing.
It's like bullshit chicken. It's like bullshit chicken.
It's like, fucking ridiculous.
I'm going to just bullshit and play chicken with you and see how much you're going to like let me get away with.
Yeah.
Basically.
I know. I think at this stage now, like, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen because like obviously he's having the talks with the other fella now. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't understand this world.
Do you know what I just want is less exciting news. I want to hear
Good
less.
leaders are boring.
Good
leaders are boring.
I want to hear less about all this crap. I fell over. I was sick to the teeth of it. I'd rather hear about like important stuff or I don't know, whatever it is. I'm just like, my head is melted with it, and I'm like, the garden is where I'm at.
Yeah, peace, I'm tranquility.
I'm out in the garden. I got a lot done this week, Eamon. It's bonsai time. So
is it like the next Power Rangers?
It's bonsai time.
Turn into Japanese trees.
No, it's bonsai time now, so that means getting all my bonsais. The slowest hobby in the world, by the way.
Mr. Miyagi was
extremely fucking annoying. Like, I'll give you an example. I bought 3 trees like 2 years ago that will be ready to be bonsai'd in 2 or 3 years. So it's class. So I'm basically, repotting them, potting them up, blah blah blah. Slow going, like, but exciting. I actually like it. It's weird.
I think it's the peace.
It's something. But gardening and bonsai, and bonsai in particular, is just a hobby that I got into totally independent of any real influence of anything, and I just like it. I'm like Marge Simpson going, I just think it's neat. It's that weird thing where I don't know why.
That is as you step into your middle years, like the garden becomes class.
Well, you see,
I don't give a fuck about my garden. Like,
when I was up with the grandparents, like, I had to care because I had to do their garden, and their garden is quite mature. They spent a lot of time at it, so there was lots of plants and blah blah. It would have been not unlike going around your garden and tending to stuff. And so you pick it up even if you don't want to. And so a lot of the time I didn't really care. I was like, I just whatever. But you do gradually pick up a bit of interest in it. And I'm really into it now.
Yeah.
I want more space for a garden though. I don't have enough, I think.
Come up and do my garden if you want.
Well, you can pay me. I'll start doing landscaping. Anyone that's wanting me to do landscaping, I'll go and design your garden for you. Because that excites me. I'm actually enjoying going to garden centres. Like, I actually really like that now.
I think inside you might be older than I am even. I like the garden. I love a bit of whiskey.
Yeah. I'm sure that's your hobby.
It's a bit of whiskey.
Pissed.
No, well, it's not piss. It is cool. It's pretty good. I can't find anything else that I enjoy more than it, if I'm being real with you.
No, man,
there's
I love
the
it.
peace,
It's the
the peace of the night time, and you've a few
nice.
whiskeys.
That's nice.
The peace of, I think that's what it is, though. It's just a thing that gives you peace. Like I was out in the garden yesterday.
Getting pissed.
I was out in the garden with a full litre of whiskey. I don't even know how I got it. And I just drank it all. And I thought,
in the garden.
that
was nice.
fucking class garden, man. No, but what I find is when I start at the garden, I enjoy it. I'll stay out for a couple of hours. But maybe it's because my garden's kind of done.
Yeah,
like it's very hard to make a change.
Your stamp. Yeah,
I can't
now
really,
yours,
you know.
This is actually something that I was thinking about. Is like I'm attached to my plants.
Yeah.
And I'd say your one now when she sold the house to you and was leaving.
She had a hard time.
For our listeners, Eamon's garden's very nice and mature. I'd say she was like raging. There's literally like I planted a cherry blossom last week. It's my tribute to Japan. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, if I sell up in like 5 years, I'm gonna want to dig that bitch up and take it with me. Do you know?
No, I get it. Like I think that's the thing. I don't have the same level of attachment, and I can't really do a whole lot with my garden unless I decimate it all.
Yeah.
But it's really nice the way I could do that. Well, I mean, look, there's going to be hydrogen bombs falling from the sky soon enough anyway. So
I go and watch, like every day I'll go and watch the plants and look at them.
Yeah.
I'll go, how are you getting on today? What's the crack?
Well, I work from the kitchen. I look out the window.
Yeah.
We feed the cats. That's a big thing now.
Yeah.
We have about 7 cats.
Yeah. That's good. No rats, I suppose.
Well, hopefully they're going to keep the mice away because every year the mice wind up finding a way in. But I think if we're feeding the cats, they might.
I planted a hydrangea.
Yeah.
AKA a hortensia, which I do enjoy that name.
Hortensia. Very nice.
Planted lavender. Will
you take some, break it down and maybe put it in another thing to help you sleep?
And I planted some rosemary. Some...
bit of thyme.
Viburnum.
Vibranium.
Oh, yeah, vibranium.
That's what makes
exactly.
the armor.
I planted cherry blossom and a magnolia tree.
Steel magnolia is where the women get their hair cut.
So the top of the garden is a tribute to Japan and China.
Right.
So that's me Mao statue goes. And that's the magnolia would be Chinese, you see, and the cherry blossom would be Japanese.
Yeah.
So
and that's a nice thing because the Chinese and the Japanese have historically been at odds, but your garden will bring them culturally together.
Bonsai is Chinese and Japanese. Did you know the bonsai is actually Chinese?
No,
there you go.
I didn't. But sure, a lot of the kanji is Chinese as well.
Japs robbed it. So yeah,
culture. Well, the Japanese were a superpower. Well, not a superpower, but they were a big power before, and they were always at China.
Yep.
They joined the Axis.
It's mad, right? So we mentioned last week that I'm going to do exclusive episodes for Patreon, and I've basically settled on what I'm going to do. It's going to be folklore, kind of season based. I'll probably do like 6 episodes a season maybe, but the first season is going to be about exactly what we're talking about right now, which is plants, bonsai. It's going to be the folklore behind plants and trees for season 1. Season 2 will be something different, folklore based. But bonsai, right? This is the weird thing. So traditionally what it was a quest of the self. So you or I would go on a hike on our own, and we would find a weird ass tree in some weird, remote, unique place. We would dig it out of the ground and we would bring it home, and we would try and get it into a pot and like control nature, and that was, it represented your quest, it represented discipline, life, and all that stuff. And the weird thing is that before I knew this, and before I knew about, and I think I probably talked about it here when I did it, I did that before without knowing that that's what bonsai was. Like I went on a hike and I have it down outside a pine tree. I shouldn't be advertising this because it's actually illegal, but I put it in a crisp packet of Walkers, brought it home, planted it, it's thriving. So that's my first personal bonsai that I collected. But interesting.
I remember that time you took frog spawn.
Yeah, I did that as well.
Watched them grow into frogs as well.
I did that, yeah. We did a Hunger Games style frog kind of showdown.
Yeah.
And one only survived. I didn't know that they eat each other apparently. But there you go.
Survival of the fittest.
It was that frog that survived. It actually wasn't that impressive, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, to be fair, we took a sample from a spawn. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't even the full.
I can do that legally now. Because Kira's a teacher, and teachers are allowed to take frog spawn legally. Now, for education purposes, there you go.
I think there's like statute of limitations on that.
There is.
Those frogs can't sue you anymore.
No, they can't.
Much like, as Rob was saying, those children shouldn't be allowed to sue Michael Jackson
MJ
anymore.
innocent brother.
It all comes back.
Anything else going on with you? So you didn't do nothing Paddy's Day. You didn't do nothing. You're just sort of...
What did I do? I've been finishing up. I finished my course for college.
Very good. Congratulations.
So I'm waiting
Genius.
on results. Genius of the
Of course,
sky.
surely is.
They did like distinction.
Yeah.
No merits here. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever got an A. Ever.
An A in anything?
No.
Really?
Don't think so.
Oh man.
I was way beyond my reach, brother.
I know you'd be well able to get an A now.
Brother. No, couldn't. Bonsai, I get an A.
That's what I mean. You get an A in you could do a horticulture class in the old Wexford IT there. Get yourself a bonsai diploma. Pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be class, wouldn't it?
You could open a bonsai shop. Which
it's really annoying actually doing that. Because it just takes so long to do anything. So like I'd have to start to fucking
I think it's also the plot of Karate Kid 3.
Is it?
He opens a bonsai shop with Mr. Miyagi. It doesn't do well. No.
Telling you to do well now, man. Yeah, people love bonsais now. Bitches love bonsai as well, you know?
Yeah.
I'm saying. People are into it.
Leaves and bark.
You can bonsai anything, so people love it, you know. If you want a bonsai apple tree, I'll fucking bonsai an apple tree.
That can't be.
Want an azalea bonsai? They'll do bonsai and azalea.
Azalea Banks bonsai'd.
No, azaleas are quite attractive. You know? So do that for you if you want.
I just really want to be left alone.
Well, whiskey.
Not even with whiskey. Like I'll probably kick it for a while now, and I'll see. Is there any point? Usually 2 weeks into sobriety, I get miserable, and I was like, "What's the point in anything anymore?" I get like proper. I'll be going to sleep, and I just think about topping myself. I'm just like, this is fucking garbage, because you can't like.
You need to get interest.
I have loads of interest.
I told you
stuff I can do.
You didn't ride Pan Am. You fucked that up as well. You fucking
yeah. That's probably because I was sauced playing fucking Steam
You
Deck.
messed that up.
Look,
that was alcohol.
Pan Am has her own choices
you messed
to make.
That up.
If I'm not right for Pan Am, then Pan Am's not right for me.
You can be a lesbian and then you can les off with one of the other ones.
I'm going to change. I'm going to turn me Mickey inside out.
You can do that in that game.
Yeah, I was with a woman.
You can les off with Julian if you want.
But only if you're a lady.
Yeah, you have to les off. I did that in my second playthrough.
I was hanging around. She's a good buddy. She's a good buddy of mine.
She's a fucking bitch, by the way.
Hot women that are buddies of mine.
She's a fucking bitch, by the way.
What's she have to do?
I'll tell you once you clear the game. She's a fucking bitch. Sure. No, it's not. There's no spoilers for you or anything.
No, by then.
She's a bitch. No, you won't. You actually won't.
No, Pan Am me got on okay. Like I wasn't even too bothered. It was just the games like games like. You were
asking Paula, is it okay to cheat on her in the video game and all that?
She said no. She said no. So like, sure, what can you do then? Like, you know, not gonna squander my real relationship so I can ride a polygon.
There's a lot to be said for riding polygons. Do you know what I'm saying? There is, like,
it's safer.
Yeah.
It's safer.
I
think there's going to be serious problems in the future because people will be so digitally attracted.
Well, I showed you that AI video there.
Yeah, that was bananas.
So for our listeners that are wondering, basically there's this software now where
software.
Basically, yeah, you can generate any AI image of a woman that you want, like any kind of one. If you want, like fucking Tifa out of Final Fantasy, or if you want like an actual real life woman, whatever, you generate that image, and then with the software will turn the image into a video avatar of that image. So now we have a real life image of this person, and you can like take selfies and stuff with that avatar in your pictures, and it looks pretty much spot on.
Real.
Even in motion, it looks quite real. Like the video side of it looks.
It's only
real.
If you know, like then you'll be able to pick it out. But
yeah, still images you're fucked, I'd say.
I don't know, man. Like it's just there's something about actual like being in the same room as someone and energy and like loads of that's beaten off to AI.
Is there something about being in a room and energy?
I think there is. Like I'll put it to you this way.
What's wrong with you?
Are you not happy to be around your missus?
Yeah.
Now sometimes you wouldn't be. You know yourself. But you know what I mean? Like if the only relationship you had was beaten off to an AI. Actually, the more I'm thinking about this, No, but you know what I mean? The physical intimacy, general intimacy, like...
Would you be like physical person? So you're like...
Yeah, well, I'd give hugs
and
pecks on the cheeks.
I don't like any of that.
I know you don't like any of that. Why is that, you think?
Just don't like it, you know. It's like plants. I love plants. Don't like that, though. You know, it's like that. It's just, you know, where you're just into something or not into something.
Yeah. You
It's
didn't
like-
choose it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
I don't want
I
to
don't
hang
know if
out
I
with
feel
someone.
comfortable
Well,
with it or-
I like just someone. Yeah, like
I'd feel like
just
I'm
the touch.
acting if I'm doing that. Do you know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, I'd feel like I'm
You'd
like...
feel it was
if
insincere.
if I was... Yeah, insincere.
No,
Yeah.
I get that.
That'd be true.
Well, I suppose I don't feel
I'd have to
insincere
act
'cause
to be like that. I was never hugged by my ma, like...
that's
you know?
probably some of it. Yeah, I got too much hugs. Like, fuck off, man. Leave me alone.
My ma wouldn't have been intimate with me at all. Like,
Yeah, I would have been like that with my dad, but probably because
my dad was...
I hug a lot of my
dad's a bit of a
friends as
tyrant,
well,
alright. Huh?
Yeah, your dad's a bit of a tyrant. I would hug, like, I give my guy friends a hug. Like, I wouldn't think
queer.
nothing of it. But, like, oh yeah, give them a hug. And I
queer.
just hold on just 3 seconds too long. You just, when you feel them trying to let go, you just 2 more seconds. That's when you know there's 2 or 3 more seconds left. I don't hug you, because you, like, hugging you is fucking
bitch.
weird, man. No, you like, you can feel, you're like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But I thought that, like, with the woman you love, you'd be more,
No.
give her no hug.
Yeah, a little
Starved for affection, is
bit
she?
of Mickey every now and then, you know what I'm
Bit
saying?
of Mickey every now and then,
No.
yeah. No, I think they're, and again,
Nah, I'm very affectionate.
everyone's
of
different.
course.
No, intimacy and affection, I think, is nice. And I think you miss, like, if it's just the cold steel of the processor.
It makes the warm moments more sweet, Evan. You know, if you're fucking huggy and bitchy all the time, then you know who cares? Like, soft.
Yeah, but like you're trying to go out with someone and have a relationship.
Soft.
Not impress Rocky Balboa.
Soft.
Like you're trying.
No, that's soft. It's fucking shit.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to be soft with your missus so that you can be hired on the streets. You go out into them streets looking to hug the lads and all. Like I go
I'm
out the
cute.
streets.
Leia gets loads of hugs. She gets hugs
Why is that?
because she's cute as fuck, man. She's cuddly. What do you mean? Why is that? She's a golden retriever, brother.
Yeah, but I would say, like, why don't you want to hug your partner? Like, which seems like a reasonable question. But when I ask why you cuddle your dog, you're like,
Never
what
said
the
I don't
fuck
want
is
to
wrong
hug
with
my
you?
partner. I said I like hugging the golden retrievers. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you said you're not. You don't like being intimate. You don't like being a.
But you like. That's what I
No,
meant.
no, we fucking. You don't ask you to fucking hug me, kiss me neck and all. I'm talking about giving your partner a little tap on the bottom.
Oh, I
of
do
fries.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now he does everything. But now he does everything. Oh yeah, no, I do everything now.
Yeah, that's true. I do that. Like, but you know, no, I'm not a huggy person.
Yeah,
you know,
that's all right though.
yeah.
Wouldn't give
There's
you
a lot
a-
of people that aren't huggy. You're a creep. Do you know what I mean? You're kind of a good.
No, I don't. I wouldn't hug women that aren't
No.
my wife. I hug my wife a lot. I hug my boyfriends.
Oh yeah,
Because,
boyfriends.
yeah, because there's no, you know, it's just like,
Cup they're making.
love you, brother. Do you
I
want me to
don't
give that
need
a quick, do you want me to check for any lumps around there?
What do I get out of that? What do I get out of?
I would
hugging my
say,
mates?
like, is there a feeling of emotional connection?
No, not when I hug them.
No? It's not, but it's not a hug. It's just to see you later, brother. Like it's like a handshake. It's like a fist bump.
When do I? Let me think about when I feel good with my comrades.
When you're invading fucking.
Back in the day, if we were out and we used to get in a fight and we'd be boxing lads and all, you'd feel really like you get back somewhere and you'd be like, that was class. That was fun. You'd all feel like, boom.
It sounds like a joke.
No, it's true.
I know it's not.
It's
but
not, it's true.
Back when we would get into fights.
No, it was, yeah. That, or I'm trying to think after that. But you know, because like I know what you're saying with that feeling where you're like, oh yeah, class. When
When's your wife? The other one is just more of a friendship.
no,
It's like
I'm trying to think of the friendship one though. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's like
you know. Oh, I'll tell you what.
It's like we're close
less
enough.
more like a joke.
right.
When we get to the top of a mountain,
Yeah.
a hike, we both experienced that together. Class.
Yeah, that is class.
I do like that. There you go. Now, would I hug you once I get to the top of a mountain? No.
No,
But
but that I get.
class.
See, The you not hugging lads
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
that I'm
I don't know. No, I think
that
that's
doesn't bother
what-
me at all. I think it was you not hugging your
I
partner.
do. I never said I didn't.
No, now you're backtracking. now you're rewriting. Now you're like Michael Jackson did a load of stuff though. Actually, now that I think about it, and I hugged me girlfriend and everything.
I don't even want to be black.
No, sure, I loves her. Sure, my man never hugged me. No, she did though.
I don't want to be black. No, I every now and then, man. Hug every now and then. What's rare is wonderful.
I get up in the morning.
What's rare is
I
wonderful.
get up in the morning and
Cry.
my wife demands a kiss.
This is Brazilian, man. We talked about this
I'm just
earlier.
saying, when you open yourself to it, it feels nice.
We talked about this
and then you get up,
earlier,
and then I go into her and I kiss her on the head and I say, do you want a coffee? And she either says yes or no. If she says yes, I bring her up the coffee. If she says no, I drink 2 coffees downstairs.
She's your missus is South American. She's
South
more
American,
expressive
but there's a
of
lot of
More
it's nice, like
Celtic, dingleberry arse, angry.
I'd say the Vikings, or not the Vikings. I'd say the Celts were very,
Well, I'm also quite Protestant.
That's
You
it.
have to
That's
remember.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, so
Protestantism.
children shall be seen and not heard.
Yeah, they're very like the
Where's
Protestants.
my garden?
These have sex through a sheet.
Fucking
You know, like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now the Protestants.
Yeah. That's probably it. Like,
That probably is, and it's
don't
church,
touch me while I bomb
it's
you.
Church of Ireland as well. Like it's not like American Protestants who are probably all
Wesleyan
different.
Methodist, brother. Methodist.
Method man. METHOD.
Yeah, black lads.
Yeah,
it
I'd
all
say
comes
that's-
out full circle. You know?
Yeah, they're all the black Methodists are known to always have great crack. They're known for that. Yeah, it's a funny thing. It's a fun. At the end of the day, doesn't it just go to show how different we all are, and yet we're all made of the same
Seed.
stardust as the universe.
Yeah.
Suck my
Yeah, it's a shame. A lot of things are a shame.
There's no. You have to at the end of the
I'm
day.
happy though.
You exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. You have to do what makes you happy.
Plants.
I have to do what makes me happy. Smoke the herb.
Sometimes I cuddle my plants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Leg gets cuddled a lot to fuck.
I think there is something that things that are under your dominion, you're comfortable cuddling.
Leg gets cuddled to fuck. Yeah, true. Maybe true. You're not in my dominion. You're doing it wrong. You're getting no cuddles, you fucks. You want to get in under this Protestant dominion of mine? Then we can sort
That's
it
true.
out.
They're known as well for spreading
bit
around.
of dominion.
Oh, Paddy, starving are we? No spuds for you, I'm afraid. Crop rotation, devastation.
Want to cuddle, do you? That won't keep you full.
No, the Protestants, mean Protestants, jeering us, using the very tone of us starving us to death. Oh, hungry for emotional support or just hungry?
I actually, do you know what? Every single one of our listeners that I've met, I've hugged.
I'd say they can all feel your fucking back tensing up though.
No, they'll feel the love.
That's because they're
I've hugged
under
them
your
all.
dominion.
At the live
Do
show.
you pay money to the Patreon? Okay,
Well, that
come
is
in
true.
for your hug.
You're not getting hugs for free. Fucking weirdos. Creeps. You have to pay me money for a hug. There's the hug tear, like, do you know what I mean?
The hug tear,
I haven't told you about that one, but there is a hug tear.
Nothing to do with me.
And that's to get a hug, virtual or otherwise.
I think a hug is just a nice way of like, if you're close with someone, it's like you're in my circle. Do you know what I mean?
That's imagine too much yank stuff on the telly.
Probably.
You know, we never
Not
know.
listening to enough Smiths and all.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to have a hug, but I'm a Protestant.
I'm afraid to touch you. Yeah, no, look. The Yanks all hug. Drinking coffee and hugging.
Yeah, America do class. America
Now we're
used to do
drinking
class
coffee
things
and now
until
we're
about
hugging.
2 months ago.
We're drinking coffee and hugging now.
Yeah.
From watching too much.
We're drinking coffee, hugging,
Frasier.
and one of our most
Seinfeld.
famous fighters is out telling us about how bad immigration is in fucking the Oval Office.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. The Seinfelds.
Kanye's writing that book right now, the Seinfelds.
Poor old Kanye.
He's not around.
Yeah, he's not well.
No,
I heard they made a movie of his wife, and it's called Bianca, and he produced it.
Oh, that kind of movie.
No, I don't think it's sex. I think it's meant to be fashion, but it's probably just her with her fanny out and her tits wrapped in saran
We've
wrap
seen
or
it
whatever.
all.
It's too late, Bianca. I've already seen everything.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, look, we'll leave it there. This is a dumpster fire of an episode. So.
Yeah. Sure, look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a grand old episode. So what else are you going to listen to?
Yeah. Imagine. The missus has some podcasts on sometimes and I'm going...
No, and I thought that he meant go out into... And he brought me to Abracadabra.
Imagine.
Nah, some of those women fucking podcasts are dumb. A lot of dumb women podcasts out there. Listen to Radio Lab, they're talking about like why apples are nice.
To be fair though, right, here's a great argument that women could make. Like
this podcast is stupid.
Yeah. You could play it, like you could rewind or like 15 minutes or 20 minutes to where I'm saying Michael Jackson is innocent and I want to be a black lad. Yeah. And then
problematic.
They would that's then they would
textbook of your problematic abuse on this podcast.
And then they would go, that's equally stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. Actually.
Yeah, because to us,
who am I to judge?
Because if I heard what we were talking about, let he who's without sin. If I was listening to stuff that was like this, I'd laugh at it because it's so stupid. That was what would draw me to it. But I can't, like, I listened to, because I wanted to understand a lot about Kamala Harris, and I listened to the podcast Call Her Daddy when your one was interviewing her.
Crap.
Oh man,
dirt.
It made me like Kamala Harris a bit more, like, to be fair. But I was just like, I felt like, you know, when you see a baby and it's falling asleep, but it's just the head won't stay up.
We're not able for all that stuff.
No. Like, if we can't talk about wanting to be black, Michael Jackson being innocent, not hugging or hugging, plants, drinking whiskey, bonsais. Like, if we can't just merge all of these into a single episode, what's even the point of doing it? Like,
that's what I was saying to like Let's Get Chatting Boys. I was like, this is the thing, is like, when we started this, I never wanted to be like say a Dan Carlin, because it kind of, for me, it just isn't my personality, because I'm a fucking idiot.
I want to have fun with it, yeah.
Well, and also I don't want to be known as, like, I don't want to come in and go, I'm an expert. Fucking expert. So, like, but equally, it would be as equally bizarre if Dan Carlin went onto his podcast and went, Mickey shit piss fucking cock ass, I want to be black. Right?
Like, Genghis Khan was very important. But, kind of like my massive cock.
It's horses for courses, you know what I mean?
No, that's the fun of it, yeah. No, absolutely. When I say I don't want to listen to that, like, nothing is really good or bad. It just appeals or it doesn't appeal, you know? Like,
we make podcasts for all neurospicy, autistic motherfuckers. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. What's wrong with you?
Just thought of something that made me laugh. I just thought of something. That tweet from that lady.
Oh yeah. But that's true, and that's the crack. And we'll leave it there. That's music for the masses. I've been Rob.
I'm Eamon.
Master Falls over and out.
Thanks.